guys, it's E. Welcome to the Best Things in Life with E. Please like and subscribe and comment if you like. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, so before I start the video, I just want to apologize. I lost some of my footage, so I'm going to have to put up certain ingredients in the screen. So before I actually cook my gizzards, I clean them and wash them, and then I put them in a bowl and pour milk, just enough to cover up the gizzards, and then I let that sit overnight. And after that, I start the actual cooking process the next day. The reason I put them in a bowl of milk is to make them softer. So here is the next day, and I am seasoning the gizzards. I poured the milk out, and I'm seasoning the gizzards with Tony's seasoning, Kingsford Cajun style seasoning, cayenne pepper, chili pepper or powder, seasoned salt or seasoned all, and black pepper. And we normally do our gizzards spicy, so that's why it's so many different spices. There was just a cup of water. Actually, it's a cup and a half, and that will be used later whenever I put the gizzards into the Instapot. So here I'm just seasoning the gizzards, and I put everything in the bowl and then I mix together. So after I season everything, I prepare my flour, and since I'm doing keto, I use almond flour with olive oil for the actual oil I use, and then for the regular gizzards I use vegetable oil and all-purpose flour. And I season both of the flours with seasoned salt, black pepper, and the Weber chicken seasoning. So here's a photo of the Instapot for those who aren't familiar. Y'all, this machine is awesome. Any meat you want to cook and get it tender, this can do the trick in a very short time. So I use this to make the gizzards really tender, and I only have to do it for about an hour. And here are the steps to doing that. So I pour the 1.5 cups of water into the Instapot, and then I pour the gizzards into the Instapot. I set the rivet to close, and I also set it to 60 minutes on meat stew. After that, you just let it cook, and then you allow it to sit for 5 minutes, which is actually called the natural pressure release. And you will see that it will be there for 5 minutes, and then you release the pressure. So after the Instapot is completely done, you just drain the excess broth from the gizzards, and then I mix 5 eggs into a bowl, and I whisk that. I also add 1/4 of milk to the eggs, also whisking very well. I season the eggs with seasoned salt and pepper, and then I put the cooked gizzards into the egg mix, and I stir around and make sure that the eggs are fully covering the gizzards. So before I actually fry the gizzards, I batter them. For the keto gizzards, I just dip the gizzards into the egg mixture, the almond flour, and into the olive oil for 5 to 7 minutes or until they float up. For the regular gizzards, I just dip the gizzards into the egg mixture, flour, and then into the vegetable oil for 5 to 7 minutes or until they float up. And for the double battered, I do the same, only I just re-dip the gizzards into egg and flour before I let them fry. So I use about 2 inches of either vegetable or olive oil in a deep pan or skillet, and then I fry the gizzards until they are floating up, or for about 5 to 7 minutes. Here I am taking the gizzards out of the pot. These are the double battered ones, and as you can see, they're very golden and they are extremely crunchy and very tasty. I love fried gizzards. So this is one of my most favorite foods to cook. The keto ones are also very good. And here's a shot of both the double battered and the keto over to the right. And you can see the keto are a lot crunchier looking, and they actually are a lot crunchier when you taste them. And here's a final shot of the finished product. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment if you like. Thanks for watching.